Popular mobile and PC game Raid: Shadow Legends was created by Plarium Games. Since its release, this fantasy turn-based role-playing game RPG has attracted a lot of interest and players. Despite the fact that I am unable to offer real-time reviews, I can give you a general summary of the game and emphasize a few points that are frequently covered in reviews. Playthrough: the gameplay in Raid: Shadow Legends is rich and engrossing. Players amass and develop a variety of champions from several factions, each with their own special traits and prowess. In addition to several dungeons, PvP fights, and a clan system, the game has a narrative mode with a detailed storyline. Graphics and visuals: the game's top-notch graphics and intricate character designs are frequently lauded in reviews. The graphics are acclaimed for their intricate animations, vibrant colors, and stunning special effects. The fantasy world of Raid: Shadow Legends is more realistic thanks to this level of graphical fidelity. Raid: Shadow Legends strategic gameplay places a strong emphasis on teamwork and smart thinking. Players must pick their champions wisely and level them up while taking into account their advantages, disadvantages, and synergies. Players can experiment with various tactics to optimize their teams because there are so many different heroes to select from and a variety of gameplay types. Using in-app purchases to generate income: it's important to know that the in-app purchases in Raid: Shadow Legends are optional. With this concept, players can advance in the game without having to pay real money, while there are options to buy other in-game resources, champions, and other things. The game's monetization has been described in some reviews as occasionally feeling forceful. However, this is a characteristic of many free-to-play games. Neighborhood and updates: there is a strong and vibrant community of players in Raid: Shadow Legends that participate in debates, tip sharing, and events. To keep the game engaging and new, the developers frequently provide updates, new champions, and new content. It's vital to remember that game reviews and opinions can differ widely. To establish your own impression, it's always a good idea to look into a variety of sources and perhaps give the game a shot. Raid: Shadow Legends is still a hot topic in the mobile game industry for years after its release. This turn-based RPG, which is available for PC and mobile platforms, is still going strong and even expanding. With each update, the player base grows, and Plarium, the game's developer, never stops working to deliver these upgrades. We'll examine Raid: Shadow Legends and see what all the hoopla is about in this review. But throughout the introduction, there is a lot of talking, which really detracts from the game's strengths. The campaign has cutscenes, written dialogue, and character lore, although it is lacking, a lot weaker. It's not like you are playing this game for the story like you would with most games of a similar nature like Diablo, Dislight, or other well-known mobile MMORPGs. Despite the terrible language, you are there for the battle, the grind, or the community. In other words, you are better off ignoring the cutscenes and simply playing the game, as Raid's plot and lore are much more forgettable and generic than those of the other titles on the list. Unfortunately, the gameplay and the mechanisms that support it frequently disagree. Your initial supply of silver and energy is sufficient, but as you improve your player artifacts, skills, and gear, that supply diminishes. With each level, the price of the artifacts and champions rises. The fact that changing out gear costs you in-game currency is, in my opinion, one of the most perplexing design choices made for Raid. You might as well open a new account if you want to switch out a whole 6-piece set of the highest rarity in order to try something else on a champion. The finest part about Raid is that there is no one-size-fits-all strategy. What works for one boss, battle, or dungeon won't always work for others. Active planning, juggling of things, and switching of masteries and blessings are required. I would gladly rate Raid: Shadow Legends for 5ths for the overall gameplay and community interaction. If you decide to try it after reading this, be sure to check out our Raid: Shadow Legends guide to get you started. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube Nepal's Buzz page, and also like and share my video. Have a good day.